Hey y'all, to start this next video, I just wanted to express my gratitude for all the responses on my Why I Ride video. I'm really overwhelmed by the responses. You guys seem to have a lot of history that parallels my own, and I appreciate all the comments and all the positive remarks. As a result of that video and the overwhelming response it generated, I've got something I want to share with you on this particular video. Just something that I just happened on by chance. I'm sure I got your curiosity up when I shared the photos of motorcycles at the beginning of this video. I really just want to say thank you, and I think this will be a good video to follow on with Why I Ride, because it's going to expose you to a lot of things that I'm sure many of you out there are going to relate to. So listen, thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the video. Let's get on the road. You know, my work takes me to a lot of airports around the country, and I've been working in Kansas City recently, and on the weekend here I'm riding up to Iowa, to Des Moines. And you know, since I travel, I always try to take an opportunity to visit the various Harley dealerships, whatever city I'm in. And you know, a lot of times these dealerships, they're pretty vanilla, they're just quite redundant, and I'm sure that the corporate Harley pretty much makes the dealers kind of fit and form to be similar. But sometimes I'll see a bike that's unique, or some type of a setup, or some type of a feature, or features on bikes that give me ideas, you know, whether it be an accessory that provides some unique functionality or some comfort, or you know, anything that might help me and Roxy. You know, we like to tour, we like to go long distance, we like to camp, always looking for new ideas. It's not likely, but I hope we'll find something unique to see and record on this particular vlog. So I'll take you guys along with me, and hopefully we'll both be surprised at what we see. So I'm in Chip's Harley. This fella's name is Bob Chip, and this is Osceola, Iowa, and this is his Harley dealership, and it's pretty vanilla. I mean, there's nothing unique here, but I thought I would show you this dealership. So I'm in Chip's Harley-Davidson. I know the light's not real good. Let me go in here. I just happened on this dealership, and he's got a heck of a museum here, and I just had to go out and get my other camera to film some of this stuff. But this is just an amazing place. It's a Harley dealership in a small town off an interstate highway, which I'll list in my video here when I post it. But little town, and he's got an amazing museum of bikes. You'll probably see some of these on the wall behind me, but I'm going to take you around and show you some of these bikes. They're just quite amazing. Takes me back to when I was a kid, when I was learning to ride on dirt bikes. Take a look at some of this. Granted, he's got Harley-Davidsons, but he's got some bikes that date back to the 70s. Hondas, enduro bikes. This Honda 350 here, I had one of these when I was in college at BYU for the first time. I bought one of these, and it was a lifesaver to get me around when I lived in Orem. Just an amazing bike. And then when I was a kid, I had a Hodaka just like that one, or similar to that one, that I rode in the dirt and that I learned to ride on. Can-Ams, and these Hondas. These are amazing bikes. CB500. A lot of these 4-cylinder 754. Scramblers. Some of these date back to the 60s. But just a heck of a collection of bikes. Kawasaki's. These are the big 2-stroke 3-cylinder bikes that were just rockets.
750, 3-cylinder, 500, 400. But these Kawasaki's were just rockets back in the day. And then some of the more recent Kawasaki's, they went to the 4-strokes. And this was a very popular little Honda SL model. I'm guessing it's a 100 or 125. In a Harley dealership. This is a CB500. Excuse me, this is a CBX 600. Had a friend with one of these over Rocket. This CB500. This CBX 6-cylinder was just a rocket of a motorcycle. Had a friend in Florida with one of these. It's like it's all motor. And then this CX500, it says turbo. Wow, that's got to be a super uncommon bike. Very specialized back in the day. Ducati 750. And then he's got a few Buells here. Now this BSA 650, my brother Harry had one of these. And when I was 14 years old, I remember riding it on the highway illegally. So again, a BSA 650 Lightning. One of the first bikes I ever rode on the highway. Again, I was 14 years old. Triumph. And then another Triumph here. I guess these are Bonnevilles. Bull Taco. Had a friend with a Bull Taco when I was a kid. This Yamaha 650 Special. Now that was a pretty common bike in the when I was old enough to ride legally. Had a few friends with bikes like this. But dirt bikes are really my passion when I was a kid, because dirt bikes were just what many of us young kids learned how to ride on. I'm not even showing the bikes up on the wall. You got some really cool looking motocross bikes. Again, Triumphs. That CZ was a cool bike back in the day, motocross bike. And then that Yamaha Enduro, there were a few models prior to that one that were pretty common. There was a 125 that was super common Yamaha Enduro dirt bike. Most of us bought Enduro bikes with headlights, but the motocross bikes were highly specialized and strictly for the dirt. Kawasaki's. Some of these, the models are something I've just never seen before. This Royal Enfield, I wonder what year model this is. I remember, I had a Royal Enfield when we lived in India, 500 Classic. And I'm wondering what year model this one is. My friends in India, I'm sure they'll be able to tell me what year model. Bullet. I'm going to have to get back and do some research on some of these bikes. Moto Guzzi, Jawa. Husqvarna, another popular motocross bike back in the day. A CZ. Well, that's a European bike for sure. I remember that. Oh wow, that's a Suzuki 185. Believe it or not, this is the bike that my older brother Harry had an accident on, ended up breaking his hip, and caused him to limp the remainder of his life on this particular bike. When he crashed that thing and hit that dirt hill on that track, this back fender was bent totally down on the rear tire because the bike just endoed when he hit that hill. Wow.
Let me share a little more information about CHIPPS Harley. I had a conversation with a young lady that was working at the Harley dealership there in Osceola, and what she told me was that Bob had gone through a fire in the not too distant past where he had a large selection of motorcycles, many historical bikes that were all lost in a fire. And since that fire, he's generated this new collection. And so what you see there is a second go-around. You know, in addition, outside of this particular building, he's got an off-site building maybe 200 yards away that's at least that size, full of other bikes, which are probably in various levels of repair or disrepair. But I've never met Bob CHIPPS, but I really appreciate the fact that he's a collector, and I really love seeing a lot of those bikes that he had there on display, and I hope you enjoy this video. You'll notice that I call this a museum, but you know, it's a little hard to call bikes that are 40, 50 years old, you know, antiques or museum quality, but they're bikes that many of you, my viewers, and me grew up with. So I think you'll enjoy seeing this video. So again, thank you for watching, and if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, a comment. All those things help me to expand the channel and share my passion for motorcycles with many more viewers around the world. So stay healthy, stay safe, get out there and ride while you can, and enjoy it. I'll see y'all in the next video.